Hello, JAFRA Beauties. Thank you for joining us today in this amazing training. Joining me, I have Beauty Pro Jackie Alves and also Monica Barrera. Today, we're going to do this interactive training in which we're going to apply our makeup with the amazing tips from Jackie Alves. Hi, Jackie. How are you? Hi, Moni.
Hey everyone, what's up? How's your day going so far?
So far, so good, Jackie. We're so happy to have you here and get some amazing tips from you.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see your beautiful faces, and I'm excited to get some color on mine. Look, I'm a little pale today. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm really excited about the trend this year. I've noticed is it's just gone crazy viral. I've seen it all over YouTube, TikTok, everywhere. Bronze skin and really popped lips. And, we've gotten so much into nude lips, and especially when you do a really deep eye, you want a nude lip, you want to have that balance. But I love bronze skin and just a really prominent lip. So we're going to have fun with that today. So I just want to mention that I do have a little bit of eye makeup on already, but really what I've done is just bronzed up my eyelids with the blush that we're going to be using today. So really just even bronzing my eyelids. Then I did a prominent eyeliner and a little false lash to kind of set off my eyes, but we're going to really focus on that beautiful glowing skin and really great lip that's going to catch everybody's eye and frame your smile because you're going to know that you look fabulous. So let's get cracking, you guys. I know that you brought some products with you today, and I think we all have our foundation on, right?
Yes.
Everybody's got a pretty good match on today. And are we all using the JAFRA Beauty Cream formula today?
Yes,
So
we
are.
Yeah, I absolutely love this cream foundation, and I just have to say I never liked cream before. Especially I got tired of everybody saying, "Oh, if you have mature skin, you have to wear cream." And I just turned 50, so I have mature skin. I'm like, "You're not the boss of me. Don't tell me what to do." But then we came out with this beautiful cream foundation from JAFRA Cosmetics, and I'm of course like, "Okay, I'm a JAFRA junkie. I'm gonna give it a try." And I love it. It looks so beautiful on my skin, but I have a couple of tricks I want to share with you about that beautiful foundation before we get to the bronzing, the glowing, all that jazz. I just want to share with you that underneath is very important. That skin prep is so important, and everybody's really getting into skincare. Young women, of course, mature women, we all love our skincare, but let's talk about skincare in relation to makeup. So, we always think all the serums, all the things, right? Everybody wants to have all of this stuff. But during the day, let's try to keep it a little bit lightweight because that's going to help your makeup set and last longer as well. So, put on all the good stuff at night, really get it packed on when we're sleeping. Our skin is at rest and really absorbs it. But during the day, let's think about what's going underneath our makeup. Do we need our makeup to last all day? Do we want a dewy finish or a matte finish? If you like matte finish, maybe you don't want to put on a ton of moisturizer. Maybe something really lightweight like our JAFRA Revitalize Longevity Balm. This is called a balm for a reason because we also have a cream that's very rich. But this balm is really lightweight and offers great moisture, but it's not super emollient. So, it'll really absorb and sit well under your makeup. So think about something like that for during the day. And then we've all got our first shade of foundation on, the good match. Like you want to go with one that matches first. And then we're going to be using something a little bit deeper to bronze up and do a simple contour with. But what about my neck? Okay, so see how pale my face is. But sometimes as we age, look at all that red, you guys. I just went to a dermatologist and he was telling me that it's got a really long name, but that's actually a skin condition that I have. So sometimes it's sun damage or hormones. Sometimes it's a skin condition that can cause the red chest. So what do I do? So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about the JAFRA neck cream. This stuff is incredible. I love it because it's not super rich, so I don't feel like I'm kind of greasy during the day. I don't feel like it's going to get on my clothing, but I love to take a little bit of the neck cream and just add a little bit of my foundation, whether it's liquid or cream, doesn't matter. But I love to use just a little bit on my foundation brush, grab some of that neck cream and just bring it down. That actually kind of thins out the foundation and gives it a lightweight consistency that blends really well on the neck and chest. Now, if you're going to wear something that's plunging down, you can go a little bit further. If you're not showing this area, don't worry about it. But I typically do. So I just want to make sure it blends down nice and easy. And you saw I just took 2 pops of that foundation, grabbed that neck cream, and away I went. And it looks great. Like red I was right here. So it brings a really great balance. So that's some great ways to incorporate some skincare into your daily makeup routine. So I hope that helps. But now I know you guys are probably feeling pale and you're like, okay, let's get to that bronzing, lady. So let's get to it. Okay, so I know that you have your regular shade on and you've brought one that's deeper. And for this, yeah, perfect. For this, we went a little bit deeper with our shades, not just one shade, but I've actually gone about 5 shades deeper. And I suspect you maybe have 2 or 3 shades deeper. I have cappuccino. What do you guys have?
I have cappuccino as well for my darker shade because I typically use bisque.
Perfect.
Yes, I grabbed a honey one.
Nice. Okay, what shade do you normally wear on your whole face?
Yeah, normally I wear the golden tan. This one.
Okay, good choices. So those are, at least like 2 to 3 shades away from each other in your shade choices. And I have cappuccino because when I contour, I'm pretty light, as you can see. And cappuccino doesn't have a lot of gold in it. It's a very neutral shade. So, that's a great choice for lighter chicks like me. So what we're going to do, you guys, I know you have your foundation brush, right?
Yes.
I do.
Okay. So just grab a pop, and that's what I call it. Grab one pop. You can call it whatever you like, but I just pop it in there one time. And now I'm going to take a magnifying mirror because everybody knows I'm really losing my eyesight as I age. And what we're going to do is find our cheekbone right here. You can see where your cheekbone is, where you normally put a little blush. I just want you to go just a couple of light pops right underneath there. And it's still back here by my hairline. I didn't bring it forward towards my nose. Just a couple light pops because we're just doing a light bronzing technique. We won't get into, slicing and getting snatched and sculpted and all those things. We just want to bronze up real nice, okay? So go ahead and put some on the other side. You can use what's already on the brush or get a little more if you need it. But we're just going real easy at this point. Now, if we want to go deep contour, of course, we can make some more lines and really sculpt it in, but this is a nice, easy bronzing technique that anybody can do. So now that you've got it kind of placed there, what you want to do is bring it up under the cheekbone. Don't drag too hard or you'll pull off your other foundation shade you already have on. So I do like to use some patting and kind of bouncing motions. And you just want to diffuse it and blend it out where you can see it's just bronzed and deeper right under the cheekbone. Don't worry too much about putting it where the blush would go because we'll go back and do that, okay? But for right now, we're just bronzing up and you can add more as you go if you need to. But this is really going to give this beautiful depth underneath. It'll give a lift even to the cheekbone, but really bronze up and add dimension to your skin. You guys noticed how we were all just that one shade and we had no dimension. So we're adding back dimension, shading, and the parts that, go ahead, what were you going to say?
I think I put a little bit too much here, Jackie. So what would be a good tip to like remove it or blend it in?
Yeah, I'm so glad that you asked that. So if you've still got some on your brush, do you feel like the other cheek is perfect already or do you need to add some there?
I think this one needs a little bit more.
Okay, so what you can do is take some where you've got too much and blend it over there. See if that helps first. Now, if you feel like, I just went way too far, this is out of control. It's okay. You can just take your foundation brush and use the back of your hand and maybe buff it out a little bit.
Okay.
Then go to the shade that matches your face that you started with and just buff it out. It's almost like you're kind of getting it to blend back and forth. So don't feel afraid to make mistakes because your foundation brush is kind of like your eraser too. It can really save your behind in a spot when you did that and went, what have I done?
And this is my first time doing contour, you guys. Like I have never tried this before. So don't be afraid to try it. Practice makes the master, Jackie, right?
Trust the process. I always say that.
Have
It
you
will.
ever contoured, Elizabeth?
Yes, I have contoured before, but definitely not with this technique. This is so great for me to learn, Jackie, because in the past I just did like the typical like line here above the jawline and then maybe just here, but definitely not this technique. And I see the difference because I have like really prominent cheeks, so I really like how like the face is lifting. I really like
Yeah.
it so much.
Yeah, I'm glad you noticed that because it does. It really lifts. And see, we are contouring, which means almost shadowing
Yes.
away from the attention what we're contouring. But what happens is we leave behind what wasn't contoured that brings it to the attention. It naturally will highlight it because it's not contoured.
Mm-hmm.
So we're really giving that great lift and bringing attention to the apple of the cheek here, which will give you what's being called now that baby face contoured effect. You can do the model sculpting down this way, but we're working out that little baby face contour today.
Yes, I
Okay,
see
if you
those
feel
results.
pretty satisfied with your cheeks, I want you to grab just a tiny bit more of your contour shade or your bronzing shade onto your brush. We're going to go up by our hairline now. And what I want you to do is just in a half moon or a C, whatever you want to call it, right around here. This is where we will add it first. And you can see I've got a pretty crazy hairline here. I've lost a lot of hair since I've aged. And it's just hereditary that the women in my family have a very large forehead. I always say you could land a plane on my forehead. So I just start here, but now of course I don't want it to have this dark line. So I will blend up a little bit, trying not to get it in my hair. Now, you beautiful ladies have some darker hair, so it's okay. It's not going to hurt you to get a little bit in there. But if I got this shade in my white hair, it would really look crazy. So I have to be really careful. But what we're doing is blending and buffing, and we want to leave behind this beautiful, almost crescent shape or half moon that doesn't have the bronzer on it. So it's naturally going to be lighter and brighter right in the middle. And you can see, kind of just beating our faces here.
All right. And while we do this, I want to ask our followers that are watching, who has non-contour with our JAFRA Beauty cream foundation? Have you guys tried it? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, this is a great product to contour with. And I love that you were French for just a minute there, Monica. You said, who has tried the creme? All right, so I've got it pretty bronzy. We don't have to go too deep. Remember, this is more bronzing than getting really sculpted and contoured. Even though if that's what you like, you can still do that. But we're just keeping it easy today. We've got more work to do, and we're really trusting that process. Okay, so
I'm trusting.
we've got our faces, but you guys, I just want you to take a little bit more, just a little bit of your deeper shade, and we're going to go underneath now. Right? Don't go on your jaw. We don't want to have a beard. That's not the goal today. We want to go underneath. And what's happening is we're adding a little bit of bronze here so that our necks aren't all white and then we've got all this color. But also it's going to make our jawbone a little more prominent because it'll naturally highlight it here if we're pushing this away from the attention. So this is a really great way to get that jawline a little more pronounced. And especially if you're like me and you got a little bit of a turkey gobbler here. And I'm like, oh, why can't I have Angelina Jolie's neck and chin? We can just bring this shadowing effect in and just make sure it's blended really well. You don't want to have brown stripes. You just want to make sure it's just a nice sort of bronzed up neck area. And now you guys can see yourselves. Look at the difference already, how pretty and healthy and glowing we all look all of a sudden. Monica, you're doing a beautiful job. I can't believe this is your first time doing this.
It is. And I'm trusting the process because I'm looking at it. I'm like, that is too dark.
Yeah, it's okay right now because then when we're done with this part, then we look and go, oh, I should have blended a little more here.
Mhm.
But just commit to getting through to the end of it first and then go back and try to perfect where you went, oh, I have too much on the left. And
For
then
me
you,
to get contour also in the jawline, it looks nice.
yeah, isn't it pretty? And you can just really do just a tiny bit. And then Monica, you know what, a great learning process because now next time maybe start with a little bit less. So don't ever feel like I failed. That's it. I can't do this. It's all learning. I mean, you're all potential to be just as good as I am with makeup. The only difference is I've had more practice. So just a little bit more practice is all we need. Just commit to seeing it through to the end and giving it the chance that it needs, right? If you were good the very first time, then you really didn't need to learn anything. You were already an expert. But you guys, can you see right here what a great lift I've got on my cheek all of a sudden? And I
Yeah.
have a pretty flat face. I've lost a lot of volume over the years. So giving that volume right there is the goal for me. Now, like with Ellie, you've done a great job and you've already got a pronounced cheekbone. So you're really just bronzing it up and bringing attention to that. Look at me, I'm fabulous. All right. So today, we're going to use a powder blush. Did you guys bring a blush?
Yes.
I sure
Awesome.
did.
And you also brought powder as well, a translucent photo
Yes.
set powder.
Yes, I have
Okay.
the bronze from our JAFRA Beauty line.
Perfect. Perfect. I think I do too. I thought I had it here. That's okay. I got a different one I'll use. Okay. And so let's go ahead and talk about our powder real quick. The JAFRA Beauty Photo Set Powder. This is a true translucent. So now that we've finished all of our cream products, if we were going to use cream blush, this would be the point we would want to do it. But today we're using powder blush. So we're going to set our cream products and prepare the skin for the next powder products to come, which would be blush, eyeshadow, if we were going that far, all of that. So we're going to use this powder because it's a true translucent. It looks beautiful on every skin tone. Guys, I had a beautiful woman here in the beauty bar with me just a few weeks ago, and very, very deep skin tone. Oh my Lord, she had the most beautiful, rich skin. The translucent powder looked beautiful on her. So don't let it fool you. It's not white. It's a true translucent. So we'll just take a couple of just little bounces with our brush, not too much. We're not going to get crazy and bake our faces. And we're just going to lightly bounce that brush in the middle and down the nose, out the cheeks. Don't put a bunch underneath your eyes. We haven't gotten to that point yet. And just bounce it on the chin. And now you can begin to bring it outward a little bit. Don't worry about getting too much on it though. We just want to set it just a little bit. Dry it down slightly because we're going back with that powder blush. What happens with the photo set powder is it really helps blur pores. It works really beautifully with lighting. That's why it's called photo set, not, like lakeside set. It's, it looks beautiful for photography and in all of the lights. So once you get done with your powder, I want you to go ahead and grab your blush that you've chosen for the day. I have Rose Oro with me. I think bronze is a really good choice, but I'm pretty bronzed up already, so I'm safe just adding the blush on top. If I wanted to further bronze, go ahead and go with that bronze blush. Okay, so what we're going to do is take our blush brush. It's got a great angle on it, you can see. I'll go in and grab some, just sweep it through. And now you can see where we've bronzed and contoured here. We'll just add a little bit of our blush right on top, starting at the hairline and fade toward the nose.
Jackie, and I know you've done makeup for such many years. Can you share with our followers about the brushes, how much you love them and why?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you brought that up. Sometimes I just get going and forget to say why I'm using what I'm using because I just get excited about the process. So you guys have seen that I've used a foundation brush, a powder brush, and now a blush brush. They're all black like this. These are all by JAFRA Cosmetics, and they're great because they actually say on the brush what they're for. So you never have to feel like, oh God, I can't remember what this brush is for. It tells you on the brush. But these are seriously the most incredible brushes that we use here. You can see I'm in a giant makeup studio and we have a full makeup team that works here with me. We all use these brushes. They're very durable. The barrels are great. The bristles are incredible. They are synthetic, which is wonderful because they wash very easy. They don't collect bacteria and they're very durable and super affordable. I can't get over the pricing on brushes anymore. And I just love that ours are so affordable. All right, so I'm going to go to the other side and starting at the hairline, I will fade toward the nose. And what we're doing with this blush is just kind of setting it on top of the shelf we created with that bronzer. and I'm going to bring it in toward my nose. Don't be afraid to bring it in. Sometimes we stop right here. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, I know you probably don't remember, but some of our more mature friends will remember in the 80s, everybody put their blush right here. And then I know you remember the 2000s came along and everybody had these giant apples right here, and that was all. And I just feel like blush has come to a good place where they've finally become friends, and we're just bringing it all together now.
Yeah.
It's the whole cheek. And now we've got, this great bronzing thing. So don't be afraid to grab a little bit of your blush and put it right above your arches of your brows, and maybe even a little on the bridge of your nose or the tip of your nose, whichever one you like. I remember watching my mom always put a little blush on the tip of her cute little nose. I loved it. And then for a while, it was really trending to put it on the bridge of the nose. So
That's
really,
what
it's
I do.
personal preference.
I put it in all the way like that.
Yeah, super cute. And it helps. It's a little bit of a contouring trick. So
Oh.
yeah, don't be afraid to get in there. Now, something I want to show you while you're keeping it nice and easy today, right? We're doing this beautiful bronzing. We're just going to look like golden goddesses today. You can take your blush, and if you've got an eyeshadow brush handy, or if you don't, it doesn't matter. Use your blush brush. You can grab a little bit of that blush and just pop it right into the center in your crease. And it just gives a little bit of a glow up right there on the eyelid and adds a quick, really quick dimension. Not complicated, but it kind of brings it all together, especially because I've already got mascara and liner on. If you don't, obviously you'd want to go back and do that when you're finished with these steps. Yeah, so if you've got an eyeshadow brush, just get in there and grab a little. If you've only got your blush brush with you, you can just pop that right in there. And it just adds some great dimension and brings in that beautiful glow that you've already got going on. How do you
I'm
guys
loving
feel
the
about
results,
this?
Jackie.
Yeah, you feel like you look pretty good?
And we also have comments from Dia. She said that she needs to practice, but she loves the cream foundations all over.
That's pretty exciting. I hope everybody gives this a try, that it's going to check in with us now or even later and watch the replay. I just really hope that you give this a chance, even if you use liquid. It's okay if you don't have cream or don't like it, but try the same technique with some liquid. So I think we're going to move on to lips. Yeah. Right here. So it brings out really great.
So what do you got for lips today, Elizabeth?
Today, Moni, I have this amazing trio. I have this automatic lip liner. Also, I brought my Royal Jelly lipstick. And also, like for the final touches, a glow with our JAFRA Beauty Prebiotic Lip Oil. What do you think, Jackie?
Ooh la la, that's going to look amazing. What shade lip liner was that?
This one is Poppy.
Ooh, you are going to give a pop today.
Poppy and Royal Ruby, my lipstick.
Nice. Good choices. Monica, what do you have today?
So for the lips, I also have from the JAFRA Beauty line. The shade that I'm going to be using is Delilah or Dahlia.
Dahlia. Ooh, that's a
Yes.
beautiful, like almost like deep, deep red.
Let me show it here so you guys can see it.
Yep, that's a good one.
And I kind of thought that this is like a matte finish. So I'm going to be using our Modern Matte lipstick in the shade Lady Boss.
Lady Boss. Yes, girl.
That's it. I like the matte finish.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, I am going to blow your minds with my trio today that I brought. I brought for my lip liner Merlot in the beauty roll-up liners. I like these because they're very matte too, which gives them some stay power. So if you've got mature lips, it keeps it from bleeding into the little cracks. So this is a great liner. I also brought my Royal Jelly lipstick in the shade Hot Toddy. And this is why I call this combo the drunken lip, because Merlot is a wine and hot toddy is also an alcoholic beverage. And so I call it the drunken lip. But I also have brought my lip plumping jelly in the shade Sugar and Spice because I want to add some extra shine. With those mature lips, sometimes shine is your best choice. So let's get to it, you guys. Grab your lip liner.
Okay. What are the tips for the lip liners? Like, I'm barely starting to use lip liners.
Yeah.
So sometimes I notice that I go outside the line.
Mm-hmm.
What can be your tips for that?
You know what? I love overlining my lip. I don't do it to all of my clients. If they don't want me to, it's okay. But usually, if I do and they let me get away with it, they're like, oh, there's my lips. So if you can get away with overlining even just a little bit, I always suggest it. But you don't have to go out of the line. That's not always what overlining means. Sometimes it just means going on the line, but a tiny bit on the other side of it. So if
Mhm.
you can get away with that, I suggest it. If not, it's okay. Stay in the lines. And if you're afraid of it, never done lip liner before, it's okay if you don't want to do that. Just follow along and just feather lightly. So I'm going to show you a little trick. We're going to start right in the middle at what's called the Cupid's bow, right here on top. And I don't know if you guys know what that is. Cupid is that little dude on Valentine's Day who's running around in a diaper and he has a bow and arrow shooting people. But his bow on the top is shaped like this, like our lips. So this is a Cupid's bow. And we'll start right in the middle. You know what? I'm going to swap magnifying mirrors so you can see my lips. I don't have to bring it so close. Here we go. And I will tighten up my lips. You don't have to do this, but if you're like me and have mature lips, I go, and I tighten them up because I can make the line easier, but you don't have to do that if you don't need to. And you can see I'm just making light feathery motions because you can build it up. Try not to do one bold line, get out of the lines, maybe make them crooked. Just do a little bit at a time, and then I'll go to the other side. This is when it always gets quiet in the house, right? And you can see I've made several passes through because I'm building that product up. It really keeps your lip products, your lipstick, gloss, whatever it would be, from bleeding over. If you can get a good, like I call it like a dam to hold all of your lipstick or lip gloss in place. So if you can get it built up, it's very helpful. When you go to the bottom, you can start in the middle and make sure you've got it where you want it, and then you can connect those outer corners slowly. And you can see here I go with about 10 passes. But I'm telling you, the extra little bit that I'm doing is so worth it because I can't just take it off at night when I get home. I really have to get at it or use a makeup remover to get this lip liner off with. So it's very worth it to take that extra minute. So now that you've got that done, I just want to give you one extra tip with this liner that I like to go in the middle with it a little bit. And the other side. And I left this right here. So this also helps it last longer. You don't have to do this step if you don't want to, but if you're like me and you hate losing your lipstick and it bleeds, this really helps it stay put. I do this for all of my brides that come in here. If you've got someone that needs that lipstick to last for a long time or for photography, this is a great little extra step. And then I just leave the middle. Okay. Now go ahead and take your lipstick and you can apply that right over the top. Try not to get on the outside of the lip line with it though. Try to keep that lipstick kind of enclosed in the lip liner that you just did. And I actually chose a lipstick that's a little bit lighter than my liner because I like that dimension. I like a darker line, but not everybody likes that. So that's definitely personal choice. But I do love a really prominent lip line and then lighter in the middle. Now, once we get finished with that, we can go to any gloss or oil that we wanted to put on top for a shine or not. If you didn't want to do that step, that's okay. I just put a little bit right over the top, which also it adds some really great moisture. So I love that step. So you can go on to finish your eyes if you wanted to do that. Now, we didn't really do much underneath the eyes. You guys, we didn't talk about concealer. We didn't put a lot of foundation under there. And I recommend really avoiding that area when you're doing your foundation, because you can do things like go back with your JAFRA concealer. This is a great cream concealer. And now you can just kind of clean up under the eye if you've got any fallout from eyeshadow or anything. That's why I like to leave that concealer till so much later in the game. A little bit of my BioLab eye serum. This is great because it's got caffeine in it. It's great for reducing puffiness and waking your eyes up, but just a teeny tiny bit. And I'm going to put my concealer right here on the back of my hand. Put in a really good amount, but I like to do it on the back of my hand because it'll warm it up for me. Take a tiny bit of that serum, get it over here in the concealer. Or you can use your concealer brush if you like. It's completely up to you. And just tap it in. And give it some pat motions here. And definitely, if you like more concealer than this, just add more. It's okay. I just am really lightweight with concealer. And you can see how that instantly brightened up underneath my eye. Like, how incredible is that? And I've got that serum added into it, so it's really good for my skin too. And it's got that caffeine. The serum made that concealer more lightweight. I know we're always like, my concealer is always creasing. So that's a really helpful step for that. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's
I need
amazing.
to try that hack.
Yeah, we need to try that hack.
Yeah, give that hack a try and tell me what you think. It's pretty amazing what you'll find when you're mixing this great skincare in with your makeup. And when you're using your daytime skincare routine and thinking about your makeup, they just begin to fall in line so well together, and you'll get much better results with your makeup throughout the day.
Thank you, Jackie. Well, thank you so much, everyone that joined. I have Dia that she will try everything that you show her today. Annalise, she says best brushes ever, and I agree with her. I've been doing my makeup for over 15 years, and honestly, these brushes, I can't live without them. I take care of them like my kids. I wash them, I put them to dry, and I have them in a very, secret place because my daughter loves to play makeup. So I'm like, nope, not with my brushes.
Smart. Got to put them on lockdown.
Yeah. Thank you, Elizabeth, for inviting us to these amazing, lips that pop. It's first time doing the contour, so I really love the results. I'll keep practicing.
Thank you so much, Moni. Thank you so much, Jackie. What do you think about our makeup?
I was just going to say, you both did a beautiful job. Monica, I think this looks really beautiful on you. I honestly do. You look great. Great dimension in your face. Ellie, this glow that you have going on is incredible. And look at the smile. I mean, the lips that pop. Yes, girl. Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. Well, thank you everyone that joined us, and we will see you guys, soon to show you guys more hacks and tricks. Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you so much for having me today. You guys have a great rest of your day.